Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Anne Manera, and welcome to today's live color along. Today is Wednesday, April 10th, and we are coloring today, taking it back to, how do they say, old school, I guess. We're coloring with Crayola crayons. So I have my very beloved pack of Crayola crayons with me this morning, and we're coloring a page today from, here we are still in Color Along Volume 11, which this book ends next Wednesday. Can you believe we've gotten through this book all this time? I can't even believe it. I do have a couple of pages in this book that we need to kind of make up because I had to cancel a couple of color alongs due to some technical issues. It's been kind of a crazy tech problem month, and I just my apologies for having to cancel Monday's color along, but we're back again today here on Wednesday. So we're going to be coloring this page from Doggy Mosaic, which is in Color Along Volume 11, for those of you that have this book. And before we begin, we need to say our good mornings to everyone. So let me just take a minute to say hello to everybody. Let's see. Bonnie Miller's here. Hey, good morning, Bonnie Miller. Good morning to Barb. Hey, Barb, how's it going? Hey, good morning, Alice. Alice is saying, I really need this today. Too much stress. In sadness right now, Uncle passed away. I'm sorry to hear that, Alice. And my mom is now being operated on. Oh, Alice. Well, I hope that this hour could be a little bit of an escape from reality for you. And you can have at least be able to kind of forget about everything that's going on for at least an hour, right? Lynn Miller, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to Alexandria. Hey, Jamie. Hello, Mamie. Who else is here? Melody Jones. How's it going, Miss Melody? Bonnie's here with us this morning. Good morning, Bonnie. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I was going to say that in a twisted way, Heather. Good morning, Heather Berger. Hey, Brenda Elliott. How are you, my friend? Anne, will you swatch a few colors from your new colored markers, please? Alexandria is asking me. Sure, why not? Morning all, what medium are we using? Jamie's asking. We're using crayons. And what Alexandria is talking about is a brand new box of alcohol-based. Hey, good morning, Cheryl Waters. Alcohol-based markers I received as a gift from our friend. I can say it, right? I think she might be watching, but it's okay. From our friend Cleo Frazier. Our friend and colorist Cleo Frazier sent me a package the other day, and I just could not believe when I opened it up. You guys are just all so extremely nice all the time. You know, I always say that the nicest people exist in the coloring world, in the coloring community, and it never fails. Never, ever, ever fails. Hey, Julie Rhodes and Cindy Camacho has joined us. So let's look at these first, because this is like, oh my God, is what this is, right? So this is a box of Color It alcohol-based markers. And Barb is saying, would you believe it's going to snow here in Canada? I do believe it, Barb. I'm convinced it's going to snow in July this year. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I'm convinced of it. They come in this really nifty pack. There's 50 markers in here. There's two tips, chisel tip. And here's all the colors that are in there. So there's a set of 50. Each marker has a dual tip. So, I don't know, Lynn. Does anyone else have a problem with sound? Here's a chisel tip. Now, and the other side is a pointy tip. So we're going to take a look at these as soon as I go deal with DOGs. We'll deal with the dogs. I will tell you this. I know that I was talking to someone the other day about whether or not they're going to like the chisel tip, and they are totally different than a felt tip. But we'll play around with them. Why not, right? I'm going to go get Paisley something. Paisley is asking for something, I don't know, in the background. Yeah, it's supposed to snow a lot of places. This is a page from my brand new book that I'm waiting to go live on Amazon today. It's my second 3D book. It's 3D variety coloring book. So we're gonna let's play with those markers for a little bit for that. Let me go let the dog out while everyone gets settled, gets their crayons, gets their pages. Come on, dogs. Do you have to go outside? No? Okay. Here, I'll leave you there. Here, baby. Here you go. Here you go. Okay. Dogs need to go lay down. All dogs go lay down, right? Hey, Dawn. What's the matter with, oh, her name is Scarlett. Scarlett, what is wrong with Scarlett? Scarlett needed a biscuit. You know, sometimes you just need a biscuit, right? Sometimes you're just like, hey, I just need a biscuit. Does that ever happen to you, Barb? Do I have a PDF version of this 3D variety coloring book? As a matter of fact, I do. The PDF version, actually, I'm like in tech, in a winding down of tech problems. My website is having some problems this week. It will be fixed. I need to let it go to the universe. It will happen. However, my Etsy shop has them. I'm going to give you the link to the PDF version. This book has 26 pages to color. I don't know why 26. I guess I just kept going. I don't know what happened to me. So I'm finding the link for this this PDF version of this book. And it has mandalas that are easy, mandalas that are difficult. It has bursting style pages like this one that are easy, some that are difficult. Then it has some patterns that kind of similar to, if you've seen the cover of the book, well, let me pop it in here so you can see the cover of the book. Or you just need a break right now. I don't know what it is, Barb. Is that what it is? The universe trying to tell me that I don't even know what it is. Okay, so I'm popping the link. I popped the link, Dawn. And so it has this really interesting version of some of these blown up pages. They have some patterns, some clusters of flowers. So let's see what happens if we use these markers. So let's see. I think I'm going to start out with, this color speaks to me. And this one is called Tomato Red. Looks like pink to me. Yeah, Tomato Red. Here's the thin side. Now, one thing you have to remember when you're using alcohol-based markers is that you should not color too close to the edge, because the marker actually will kind of, as the ink hits the page, it will actually kind of make it to the edge. But what's cool is what you could do is you could actually kind of do a line along the edge, and then as you color the middle, it will kind of like pull out. It will almost like gravitate towards that section, towards the actual ink that's already applied to the page, you know? So if you're watching us for the first time today, I'm just going to kind of give it a little bit of a demonstration with these. These are really nice, actually. And look how nice that cool tip, the pointed tip is. And I'm kind of pulling away, so I'm almost like I'm not really, I'm kind of doing a light to medium touch on these. But as I get closer to this area here that's kind of smaller, for lack of a better word, right? You really kind of just pull away even more. And then the good part about these markers too is that they actually do not create like the pooling of the ink. You know when that happens? I hate when that happens. Like a Crayola Super Tip, as much as I love it, does create kind of that pooling of ink if you are not really gentle with the actual, like as you're coloring, if your technique is not as gentle enough. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Thanks, Dawn. So just kind of pulling into that section there. So what else is happening in the coloring book world? I don't know what Scarlett's doing. I think these dogs need to actually go outside. They think that they don't need to go outside, but I think that they do. So I have to make an executive decision. Well, look at that. Look how much of a pow that is. What do you think about those, Alexandria? What's the name of the markers? The name of the markers are Color It Art Markers. Dual tip. They're alcohol based. Let me let these dogs outside. Come on. Come on, you guys can go outside. Go ahead. Go ahead, go outside. I know you have to go. Come on. Go ahead. But they're really like a pop. Aren't they just a pop? That picture looks beautiful already, and it's not even colored all the way, and it's beautiful. Wow. Yeah, so these are these 3D pages, and I don't know if you're getting a really good... Actually, the camera isn't even doing this justice. So the other side of the marker is a chisel tip, and here's the whole set here. Here are our colors. And I kind of like this one. This is an interesting one. This one is called Seafoam. Maybe I don't like it now that I pulled it away. But I think I will go with maybe this color pink. Now that's supposed to be tomato red. This one is called rose pink. And let's use the other side. So the other side is more of kind of a chisel. Can you see that chisel there? And it's obviously for a bigger area. So let's see what happens when we color it in this area. However, because of the chisel, you can definitely get into the smaller areas. I kind of feel like this page is going to have, or should have, maybe some green in it. I don't know. Or maybe some blue. Or maybe kind of stick with the limited palette. And maybe just do my pinks. Sometimes just kind of stick with the limited palette. And if you have trouble choosing what colors, right, you can always take a look at my colors palette book, the Kindle version that's out on Amazon. Thinking about doing a second version of that, but I'm not sure if it's just overkill or not. Might have to order these. They're really nice, actually. Love coloring, my favorite hobby, Cindy Cravens is saying. Oh, awesome. Is this the first time you're joining us, Cindy? So just a quick reminder, too, about Coloring Camp. Coloring Camp begins on April 28th. Don't let me count the days, though, because 18 days, I guess, right? That's easy. Usually I can't count. And Coloring Camp begins on Sunday, April 28th. Here's the coolest part about Coloring Camp. Well, one of the coolest parts. Every day there'll be a giveaway. And so far, I have Black Widow that is signed on to do a set of skin tone colored pencils. Smooth Gel Pens will be giving away a set of brand new gel pens. It's a different gel pen. I don't even think they've hit Amazon yet. And I'm going to have a set. I'll be using them during the live color-alongs. I have a word search book that's being given away by another company that's going to be cool. So it's got kind of some interesting things like that. Dawn Boyer is giving away a book during Coloring Camp, so that'll be fun. Nola Hensel, our friend Nola Hensel, is giving away earrings. So there's a set of earrings that you can win from Nola Hensel. And I have one more artist that still has to confirm and get me everything. They will be giving that. But there's other artists that will be involved in this Coloring Camp besides me as far as doing giveaways and products. So it's kind of a salmon color. It is, you're right. You're right, Heather. Hey, Jason. So I'm just hoping that Coloring Camp will be a blast. So if you have purchased your Coloring Camp book, please be sure to get in touch with me. If you cannot email me because my email is in, like, I don't know, is in email land, I guess. Just send me a message on Facebook or go to my I was going to say go to my website. Send me a message on Facebook and I'll get you into the color-along group, into the Coloring Camp book group. So that's what's happening with these markers. So what do you think? I think it looks awesome so far. What do you think? Jamie thinks 2 days before my birthday. Hey, Lisa. Did anyone, oh, wait a minute. Let me see if I can see that. Yeah, can everybody see that? Hey, Lisa. Hey, and everyone else. I'm on top of the world. Just been to the gym and am feeling really good, Jason. I feel like I should be singing that Nina Simone song, Jason. You know, feeling good. Is that the song? I don't know. Anyway, head over to Amazon. I'll pop a link here for this 3D variety coloring book. It'll be on Amazon hopefully sometime today. I don't know what the heck is going on with the Amazon people, but they need to chop, step it up, if you ask me. And you can actually ask for a request to get emailed when this book is completely live on Amazon. But the cover of the book is also going to be, you can also color it. So I popped that in there, but I don't know if it actually worked. Did it work? Okay, I don't know if it worked. All right, we need to get down to business, don't you think, with our crayons? We're coloring this page, which can be found in Doggy Mosaic. We have a Great Dane today. Does anyone have a Great Dane dog? I love a Great Dane dog. Maybe too big to kind of like hang out with me, but I think they're very cool, like especially the Harlequin ones. And they come in a variety of colors. I think I like dogs that come in a variety of colors. Let me just get something to sharpen my crayon. Okay, all dogs go lay down now that we have everything settled. Did it pop up in the chat? All right. Oh, is it feeling groovy, Barb? I don't know. I thought it was feeling good. I don't know. So we're coloring today with Crayola crayons. Who does not love a Crayola crayon? I love it. I'm going to start right out of the gate here with some brown. I have a brown crayon and I have another crayon that's kind of gray, but it's called Timberwolf. And I am going to color the dog first with this brown color. And then I think what I'll do is go over them again with the gray. So you can do a lot of blending with crayons. You can color as light as you want or as heavier pressure if you'd like. Vary the pressure, vary the darkness, the lightness. There's a lot you can do with crayons. And I always love a Crayola crayon versus any other type of crayon. I don't know why my dogs are barking in the other room. Hey, Scarlett and Paisley, come back over here. I have a biscuit. I know, I like Jamie saying there's a sharpener on the back of your crayon box, silly. I know that, but it's not working right, so I grabbed another one. Like a little tiny blue one, plastic. Or at least I went looking for it. Did I find it, Jamie? I did not. You know, sometimes you just have to color just to color. Hello, Miss Abby. Sometimes you have to color just to color and not have to worry about, you know, making it look pretty. Or I just want to make pretty things, right? I think I saw Julie's comment. Julie, was it you that had commented that you had listened to my podcast the other day and that you enjoyed it? I think it was you, right? And I've been very lax about my podcast. I was doing a podcast at the end of last year, the end of 2018. And then I got stricken with the flu after Christmas. And I just kind of dropped off, I guess. I don't know what happened. It's a Crayola crayon, yes. The other page that I showed, this 3D variety one, Abby, is it's another 3D book, yes. It's coming out to Amazon, so hopefully today. All right, let's all tell my dogs to just kind of chill out, dogs. Lay down, right? Yeah, this is the one from the new book. That's the one from the new book. Jason's saying, I remember Crayola crayons from childhood when we were given a set from school and they were kept in an old tobacco tin. You could probably use the tumbleweed instead. Yeah, this is called Timberwolf. Never heard of this color before. And I'm just going to go back over it. So sometimes we use colorless blenders when we're coloring with colored pencils, right? So this is almost like using a colorless blender. It's similar. Because what ends up doing to this color is it's neutral. So usually your colorless blender is a neutral color. So thank God we didn't have a color along yesterday, because yesterday they were ripping up the street with construction equipment. It was the noisiest day. And what else happened yesterday? Yesterday was a weird day. Oh, this is what happened. This is the craziest story. So you know how Rachel from Card Services calls me all the time, or her sister Gloria from the cruise people, or, you know, Walter from the police association asking me for money. You guys get those phone calls from all those people, right? Well, this woman has been calling me over and over and over again. Something about creating a living will, I think it's called. I think that's what she called it. Anyway, she's been calling me over and over and over. And I took her phone call a couple of weeks ago and said, I'm really not really interested. I'm just not interested right now. Well, she continued to call me. And I got to the point where after she did not take no for an answer, here's just blue, I stopped answering the phone. So every time I would see her phone number, I just didn't answer it. I just kind of clicked on my little phone, like, you know, ignore call. Guess what happened? Yesterday afternoon, my doorbell rings. It was her. She came to my house. I was like, oh my God. She showed up at my door, rang my doorbell. It was the creepiest thing. And I just thought to myself, does this mean that Rachel, Gloria, and Walter are going to come over too? It was the weirdest thing. I mean, I'm speechless. I am speechless about this. So I had just gotten home and I still had my jacket on, although I have my jacket on a lot throughout in my house. But yeah, wow, I was right, Jamie. Very weird, exactly. And I just looked at her and I said, can I help you? I mean, she was standing there with her little bag. And she says, oh yeah. She said, I'm so-and-so and I've been calling you. And I felt like saying, and can't you no kidding, huh, Lisa? And I felt like saying, did you ever hear of that when someone doesn't answer the phone, there's a reason? Yeah, it was weird. It was like, well, I don't know. I always have those solar people that come to my door too, where they try to sell you solar panels for your house and they tell you that your electric bill is going to go down and blah, 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 blah. And they're very, very pushy. So, yeah, she came to my house. What the heck? Isn't that awful, baby? Unbelievable. You know, I think this is magenta. I think I need to go get that bat and put it next to my door, right? If you didn't it's like if you didn't answer the phone, you didn't want to be bothered, and then she shows up at your house. It's very creepy. Dawn says, wow, I think they are going to pass or did pass a law that they can be arrested for continuing to make unsolicited phone calls. Really? Ooh. I was just horrified. But then she proceeded to say to me, I'm here to talk to you about this information. I said, I really don't have time right now. I said, I just walked in the door and I'm heading back out. All right, well, I'll come back tomorrow. I said, no, don't come back tomorrow. I'm not going to be home. I don't know. I feel like I've been like, I don't know. It's like a cartoon character came to life. I was very mad. It was awful, Melody. See, I'm just like, you know, how do they say? Beside myself is what I am. Beside myself. Yeah, it was crazy. So, I don't know. Now it's like, do I want to even be outside ever again? What if I'm found? What if they come over to me and ask me a question? It's like I have to go hide in my house? I just don't know. Arthur Murray Dance Studio kept calling me once, Lisa, saying, I finally told them I was an amputee. That shut them up immediately. Oh my God. Isn't it awful how, this is called asparagus. Isn't it awful how you have to get to that point where you have to say those things? Awful, awful, awful. I just could not even believe it. I mean, people just don't take no for an answer. And, you know, I posted this thing on my Facebook page the other day. It was a post from somewhere else that I had shared. And it talked about the world today. And I just thought to myself, but this is just so fitting. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at it, go take a look at it. Because it just kind of talks about how in this day and age and in society right now, that how much things have changed so much, and that a broken cell phone is more upsetting to people than maybe a broken relationship with someone. Take a look. Melody says, when I see someone coming to my door, if I don't know them, I won't answer it. You know, I usually don't either, but I think she just caught me off guard. I don't know. I need a camera out there. Something. Or maybe I need a megaphone. Says, go away. Dawn is saying, honestly, would be reporting her to the police just in case. She may be scamming people, especially the elderly. You know, hey, listen, she looked very mild-mannered. She looked like just like the perfect picture of just a regular person, maybe very professional with her little bag. But hey, Becky from Full House. I mean, Aunt Becky from Full House. Look at her today. So, do you really know? You would never think that she did that, right? So I don't know. Just it's just I can you tell I'm just like speechless? Get the new Ring app and camera. This is yellow orange. Yeah, I should get that. I know. My neighbors actually have a camera on the outside of their house, and it actually I was talking to the guy the other day, and it actually records my house too. It sees my house. So I was thinking, why do I need a camera when if something happened, all I have to do is ask them. Can you play me the footage from that? There's things that happen outside my door that it's like, I can't even believe it happened. You know? And the craziest part was that the street was, this is the craziest, the part that's even crazier, is the street was closed because they were ripping up gas lines up the street. So my street was actually closed to local traffic, to traffic, except for local access. Excuse me. So she shouldn't have even, she had to walk a distance to even get to me. She had to definitely walk a good distance to actually get to my house. Anyway. Thought I'd share that crazy story with all of you. So this one is called Violet Purple, and I'm just going to continue here with this one. So this is just a fun page to color because it just kind of brings you down to like just the simple parts of life, you know, nothing fancy. Don't think about it. Just go with the flow and just go back to the day of just crayons. I have a no soliciting sticker on my front door. Oh, I need to get that, Alexandria. Thank you. Good idea. I'm going to get one today. Can I make one, though? I could make one, right? Maybe I should make one look like a coloring page. And I can say, no soliciting. And by the way, take this coloring page, and it will give you something to do, and you can go on your merry way. So when you feel the need to solicit my house, then you can just color instead. Jason says, here in the UK, it is illegal for cold callers on the phone to continue calling. If you say no, they can be fined up to the equivalent of $650,000. Oh, my God. There was a guy on the news, Jamie, saying, who went to someone's house who had the Ring app and camera hooked up at their door, and the people weren't home, and this guy was caught licking their camera lens. I saw that. I saw it on Facebook somewhere. Oh, good. I know, Lynn. Maybe she wasn't alone. She's very pushy. You know? It's like the chimney people. Do you ever have the chimney people come to call you up and tell you that they're going to be in your neighborhood to clean your chimney? Do you ever see them in your neighborhood? I've never ever seen them in my neighborhood. Ever. Hey, Marianne. Let's give it a purple up here, too. So what else is happening in the coloring book world? Anything else exciting? I don't know. I don't know if I know anything exciting. What other color should I put on here? We've got to put a different color. How about this sky blue color? It's a nice light blue. So these mosaics are cool to color because what it allows you to do too is get your brain to think about what the colors that are next to each other. So when you're taking a look at this, you don't want to put, would I put this blue here? No, I want to make sure it's away from that blue, but I could put it over here. So where would it be in the placement of the color to one another? All the grass cutting companies have been lurking around hanging out flyers. Yeah, isn't it crazy? I don't know. It doesn't look like we're going to cut grass anytime soon here. Is anybody living in the area where it is going to snow, like that blizzard that's coming their way? This one is called Violet Red, but I'm not sure. I don't think I want to use that one. I think we just need red, right? Lynn, you finished Peaceful Evening? Oh my goodness. Exciting. I can't wait to see it. Melody is saying, I was babysitting yesterday. I heard sirens, but didn't know what type they were, and I smelled something. Oh my goodness. Looked outside, and the house was on fire. Holy cow. I added the holy cow. Flames pouring out of all the windows. That's the second house that has been on fire in that street in the past week. Oh my goodness. Really? You know, I always think to myself that I feel like that there's a fire truck or an ambulance on my street way more than there probably is anywhere else. I don't know what it is. It's not an air. It's, I would say in the past week, let me go with the past week because that's as far as I can remember. In the past week, I think it's been about 4 times. that there's been an ambulance or a fire truck on my street. Do you think that's a lot? That's a lot? I kind of think it is. What other color should we use? All right, this one is called Red Violet. So here's a different one. And we want to keep this away from everything, away from anything that would be similar, right? So let's put it up here. Jamie is saying, asked me what I was going to do with my grass. I live with my parents. Mind you, I said cut it. My dad takes care of the grass. He likes to look at it, likes it to look like a golf course. Yeah, some people get like, I have a neighbor that does that. And every year he rips up his grass and puts new sod. Every single year. I mean, that is crazy. Wow. So what happened to the people, Melody, in that fire? That's terrible. Sometimes you just kind of look out the window, don't you? I mean, this happens to me. I just kind of look out the window and I just think, well, this is entertaining. You know? This is entertaining what's going on out here. So here is just, dandelion. This is a cool color. I don't have Beautiful or Blutiful in the box because I don't have that box with me today. But let's put some yellow here. And now we've got a couple more colors here, but I could pull from what I already did. So I thought ahead and I put them all along the side. Melody sending me pictures of that fire. Holy cow, Melody. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. 2 houses in one week. So I've kept my my assortment of colors. Here's my colors that I used for my dog. So I'm going to pull those out. And I'm just going to figure out what do I have for these colors here that I can kind of pop into there. So here's this blue color. So let's pop that blue color over here because it's not adjacent or next to another one. So our next color along for this book is next Monday. And then next Wednesday, and we're done with this book. I've got 2 more color alongs that I do need to schedule. But this Saturday, I also have Draw Live scheduled. So we're drawing another coloring page live. And I'll be drawing that live here on my Facebook page. And then if you're part of my coloring membership, you get that page emailed to you. So that's going to be exciting. I don't know what I'm drawing. I never know what I'm going to draw for those until... well, not really until I hit the live button, but pretty close. Pretty close. I usually kind of sit there in the morning and say, what the heck am I going to draw? You know? I don't know if they were home or not. Melody is saying, I babysat my stepdaughter and her boyfriend, so I don't know anyone in the neighborhood. Oh, this wasn't at your house. Oh, all right. Isn't that crazy? Granny Smith apple. I'm going to pull out some greens and do the bottom with all greens. Or, maybe I should do the background. Let me do the background with Granny Smith. So I think that I'm going to be doing another podcast episode. I have a topic in mind, and I actually typed it out. Here it is right here. And I can't believe I actually typed it out. I don't usually do that. I usually do a podcast when it's just kind of impromptu off the top of my head. But it's kind of cool. You guys need to check out Lisa Ackroyd's podcast. Lisa, are you still with us? Because I'm gonna give you a plug here about your podcast, and hopefully we can pop a link. I hope she's still here. She's probably saying, "Oh, geez, Louise, what the heck is she saying?" No, I'm hoping that it's okay if I'm plugging this. It's kind of too late for it to be okay, right? And I'm not really doing very good coverage here because I kind of want it to be a little bit of kind of white in between, because I'm going to go back over this with another green. And then I could get more of a marbleized or a good blend of a look. Oh, good. She's here. Okay, Lisa's here. So Lisa Ackroyd started a new podcast called White Noise. Lisa, pop a link so everyone can give it a listen. It's a humorous podcast because Lisa is a comedian. And Lisa, you inspired me yesterday because when you sent me that, pop a link in there, Lisa. When you sent me the podcast to listen to, I said, man, I need to get back onto my podcast. So I wrote that up this morning, and my topic for my next podcast is called Living the Creative Life. So I think it's something that we can kind of all relate to, and I'm going to kind of, wax poetic in it, as they say, and spill out my creative wisdom and my philosophical viewpoint on everything about living the creative life. And it'll pose a lot of questions for everyone. So I'm not done writing it, and my goal is to get it up and live by Friday. So that's my goal. Yeah, it was awesome, Lisa. So I hope that everyone can give it a listen. So I'm just going back over this with green. This is a very well-loved crayon. Just to kind of give it kind of a scribbly look in the background. Because do you want it to be perfect? No. Perfect is, I don't know, perfect is overrated. Planning's overrated. Perfect's overrated, you know? Sometimes when you that whole saying, that whole quote, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Is everyone familiar with that? I used to kind of live by that. And then one day I got up and said to myself, this whole planning thing, where's it gotten me? Nowhere. Hey, thanks, Abby. Oh, I don't know. So anybody watching anything good on Netflix lately? I've been watching Empire on Hulu. Still not done with that episode. Sometimes I have to... I've been limiting myself to only watch one episode per sitting. Because... but message me the link, Lisa. Can you message it to me and I'll pop it on? I've been limiting myself to only watching one episode per sitting. So when the episode's over, I stop and I move on to something else. Because sometimes it gets like... Man, I am sick and tired of this show. I guess that's why, binge watching. It's like binge eating, binge watching. I guess it's a good way to get yourself to the point where maybe you don't like. Hey, Liz, thank you. I guess it may be a good way to get yourself to the point where maybe you don't like something. Say you want to quit eating potato chips. Eat an entire bag of potato chips over and over and over again, right? And then isn't Empire the greatest show, Abby? And then maybe you'll get to the point where you just can't stand them anymore. This is bittersweet. That's a pretty color. And I'm going to do all of these mosaics along the bottom, the ground, in shades of brown, or this kind of shade of, similar to this bittersweet. So I'm going to use this kind of as my base color, and then I'm going to pop over to other colors. So this doggy mosaic book has all different dog breeds in it, and they're plain, and you can just kind of color them any way you want, or you can just kind of leave them so that they don't have any designs. I could have colored this dude in like a harlequin pattern. Harlequin, right? Not harlequin. Harlequin. See, I'm even having trouble saying it the right way. And then this color is called burnt orange. So that's kind of in the family of this, right? So I'll color that one. And again, keeping in mind the where I'm placing the color. If it's too close, we don't want it to be close to the other one. So after we finish Color Along Volume 11, which is next Wednesday, then we're going to take a little bit of a break from live Color Alongs until we begin coloring camp on April 28th. However, I am also going to use that time during that kind of a break. This is mahogany. Here's another one. During that break, to pop on to set up some live videos with some new book promotions or coloring from different books, like the 3D mandala book, or coloring from mindless mandalas. So different variety of books. So I'll be popping in and out throughout that. But what I really want to do also is just have some time, especially that week before coloring camp, to just make sure we're completely in order for coloring camp. And then after coloring camp is over, we'll be taking a little bit of a break before we start Color Along Volume 12, which will start on May 13th. But again, still, I'll be making some, I'll be popping on, here's, what is this called? Tan. I'm thinking, I don't understand what that says because it's in some other language. Bronceado? What is the second language on a Crayola crayon? Is it French or Spanish? Now I don't even know. Does anybody know the answer to that question? This is tan. So I'm not going to stop color alongs at all. Not at all. We're still going to do color alongs. But we're going to, there's going to be kind of a little bit of a pause, I guess. Because sometimes after coloring camp is over, I got to kind of rest my head. Coloring camp is week-long intensive, right? Of all of that, of those coloring tutorials. So, plus I want to give everyone time to finish all their color along, their pages from the coloring camp. Can't wait till camp, Abby is saying. Also, I know I can't either. Is it Spanish on the second one? Yes, it is. And the third, okay, I got it. And the third one is, whatchamacallit? Who's it? The third one is French. Hey, Tina Kendall is here. Tina Sinkins Kendall, my friend from the West Coast. You know, Tina, I need to message you and I need to get in touch with you because I have some information for you for your daycare that I want to share with you. So I'm going to message you if that would be okay. It's always good to chat with Tina. All right, so there's that color there, and I'm going to put this color down here. Now we have the background. Let's see. We've got Periwinkle, Bonnie Miller's favorite color. I think of you every time, Bonnie Miller. So happy that you're here, Tina. How's it going? I love Crayola too, Barb. Hey, Dottie. I don't know who else has joined us. Sometimes I try not to say hello to people until they say hello first because I feel like maybe they're kind of watching like, I don't know, maybe they don't really want to be recognized. All right, here's a color that has Purple Majesty. What a long name for this crayon. And the lighting is terrible in here. And there's something on my crayon that is making me not be able to see it. But I'm going to go with Periwinkle. And I'm going to color the background. Now this Periwinkle, I can go as dark as I want or as light as I want. And I'm just kind of making it so it's kind of the background, kind of reminds me of the sky. You can make the background anything you really want. Can't believe we finished. We're almost done with this book. We did a lot of different things in this book. And before we end today, we're going to take a look at the things that we did in this book because we learned a lot of different techniques. We learned how to make something look like stained glass. We learned about a few different artists. We learned about Andy Warhol. You are going to have a coloring party. Are you really? Like in real life, you're going to have a coloring party? All right, I gotta see what this message is because maybe I'm ignoring. No, I don't know what that is. Okay, never mind. Never mind. So my painting class that meets every other Saturday. We just met this past Saturday, and then we meet again next Saturday. We did a landscape painting this past week, and it was a blue sky with a kind of a yellow ground, and we had one little tree, and I actually gave the painting to my mom. So she hung it up, and it's hanging up, so she loved it. That was a fun class. What are we doing for the next class, Lynn Miller? Lynn, are you still here? We usually kind of, Dawn, are you here? What are we doing? You guys want to do that, that technique where we have multiple colors on the paintbrush? We kind of wing it. We don't really have a set plan for painting, for our painting class. It's a painting membership that's $14.99 a month, and which is really a deal because I've looked at other painting classes. I was just looking at one last night actually, and online painting classes, and they're far more than that. So I'm trying to keep it affordable for people that really want to learn how to paint. We've done Van Gogh painting. We copied a Van Gogh sunflower painting. We did snowmen. What else have we done? Tina is saying, today I go with my youngest son to State Future Business Leaders of America. Oh, cool. I'll be in Atlanta the end of the month, and my second son is getting married. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Yeah, we should do that other one. That that painting technique where we kind of add multiple colors onto it. I think that would be cool. So I've got to pick one more giveaway for coloring camp, and I think it's going to be one of my paintings. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Should I do a painting? I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss. Oh, that's right. Lisa's son's enjoying it too. Yeah, sip and paint classes, Dawn is saying, around $45. Exactly, for 2 hours. Lisa says, I painted my very first picture on Saturday. Anne's class is so awesome. And Lisa's son's in that class too. I mean, he's only 8 years old. And he's doing an awesome job too. What do you get with the painting membership? You just get access to a private group, Jamie. And we meet every other Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And you just follow along with what I'm painting. I don't know if I have, do I have anything with me? I don't know where my Van Gogh painting is. Let me see if I can find it. We did this painting one week. This was a monochromatic painting. And we did that on canvas, right? Did you do that one yet, Lisa? And then we did this, we did a painting for the giveaway. I'll do a painting. This one we did for the first one where we transferred it to a piece of wood. This is a wood panel. And then I don't have my other painting with me because I gave it to my mom, so I don't have that one. But we do have a lot of laughs because Lynn cracks us up, right, Lynn? Lynn, you always crack us up. We do. We crack up laughing all the time. I don't know why. And Martha Carter is in the group too. Who else is there? Dawn, Martha, Lisa, and Lynn. So we're a small group, and Nate. We're a small group, but we have a lot of fun. We meet for about an hour, hour and a half, I guess, and we get a lot done. We learn a lot. I can't believe the results that everyone has had. All right, let's take a look at what we've done. That's my finished page of Doggy Mosaic page. Let's take a look to see what we actually did in this book. So this one was a technique that we used with markers, and I used Faber-Castell grip markers on this one. Then we did this one. This one was the one that we did about Impressionism. This was one of my favorite ones, where we did short strokes and we learned how to actually color in the Impressionistic style. We did this one and we just used only 5 colors, but I think I went crazy and I used a little more. Yeah, you can paint on any surface you would like, Jamie. If all you wanted to paint on was paper, then you could do that too. Or you could paint on a plate, you know. And if you wanted to just paint on canvases, you know, Dollar Tree has some really, they're $1, right? Really good canvases. Still Life page we did with oil pastels. Lynn, at least I got dressed last week. Lynn, you know what I was thinking about your comment that you said that I've never noticed that you weren't. So, oh, how about that? Cupid's View, we did pointillism with all dots. Did this page with colored pencils, a lot of blending. I think I used, you know, our favorite Sperra Farben. Here's one that we did in the fresco style. We used oil pastels and we learned about artists of the Renaissance. This one we did with chalk pastels. I always love using chalk pastels. And this was a great illustration page, so that's what made it really, really easy. Here's one that we did with crayons. This one we did with digital, and I actually need to kind of redo this one because the video was deleted when we were done. I don't know what happened. I guess the technical people in the world decided to, who knows. Here's one we did with mixed media where I used a bunch of different things. I used markers and colored pencils and crayons, and I think I also used gel pens in this one. This is the one that we have scheduled for April 15th. We're going to use woodless colored pencils on this. This one we created texture, and we took crumpled aluminum foil and we placed it behind the page, and then we laid it flat and we went on top of it. You missed a lot. I know, Abby, we've missed you. This one, oh, I'm sorry. This is on the 17th. This is the last day. And this one we're going to color in this monochromatic style, which means only one color. So shades of blue or pink or green or whatever color you choose to use as your one color. Here's one we did with gel pens from Comforting Mandalas. It says it's okay to not be okay. That's a good phrase to live by. Maybe you're not feeling that great today, and it's okay to not be okay today, you know? Bursting Mandalas, this is one that we did with crayons, and then we applied olive oil on top of this, or you could use baby oil or some sort of blending oil to make it give the illusion of stained glass. We did this one in the Andy Warhol style, and this one came with a packet, a supplemental PDF packet for this. So this was a cool one that we did, and we did these 6 little mandalas in, and we used my color palette book, my colorist palette reference book. This is another one that I need to reschedule, adding doodles, so I'll be doing that, rescheduling that. Never give up, Mood Lifters coloring book. This is a good phrase to live by. Never, ever give up, right? Here's one we did with gel crayons. Glitter gel pens. Oh, I guess I need to reschedule this one too. Boy, look at those lines. Look how tiny they are. I think I'm going to need a magnifying glass for this one. This one is the one we colored in the style of Mondrian. You know, Piet Mondrian. We'll have to say it like that. Say it like that next time. Shrug your shoulders and say it like that. All right, so that is the entire book. So I've got a couple of them that I need to go back in and make sure that we get those lessons up. And the schedule is here, so let's check off. We're going to make sure we give our check marks. Need to reschedule this one. Crayons, we're done. So the next color along is scheduled for Monday the 15th, and we'll be going to be coloring with woodless colored pencils. But before we leave today, let me see if I can answer any questions about coloring camp or about a new book. I do not have this book yet, but I do have mindless mandalas that I could flip through, and I do have mandalas in 3D. But I want to finish this with this rose pink. I want to finish this outer portion here, because look at the difference in how that looks. Isn't that amazing? It really looks like it's layered on top of each other, and it would be really cool to just kind of pop this, kind of cut this out. I was thinking that these would make really cool ornaments for Christmas. Maybe if there was 3D ornaments like this, because it would kind of give the illusion of them being in 3D. What do you think? Could do that for Christmas. But look at the coverage on this. These are nice. These are very, very nice markers. I actually was thinking of buying those Winsor Newton markers that are on Walmart for like $48 or $46. And I mean, talk about, you know, what you think, your thoughts create reality, and what you think about you attract. Well, I was thinking about those markers, and I was talking about them with a few different people, and I was really on the fence, and I had them in my shopping cart at Walmart, and kept thinking, should I buy them? I kept looking at them. And then all of a sudden, I went to the post office the other day to get my mail, and there was a package, and it was this. I said, I don't believe this. Maybe I need to start thinking about $1 million. And then I can just, if this will be a free page, yes, it will be, Barb. What do you think? Do you like this page, Barb? I'm going to put this page on the Just Color coloring group and give it out as a free page. How about that? This feels like it's just not tight enough, though. All right, now what other color should I pop on here? I mean, I feel like it should kind of be maybe a blue that's behind it. This one is called Light Blue. And, I mean, you could even just kind of give them little dots. The other thing is that the color of the tip, the end of the pen, really does, I think it's pretty true to what the color is. This reminds me of something for the 4th of July, doesn't it? It's like, instead of having fireworks, because I can't stand the sound of fireworks, because Scarlett hates them. Stressful time in my life, in my world, when there's fireworks. You could color something like this. Look at that. It looks like it should say POW. Doesn't it, Beth? Yeah, I'm going to pop this page on the coloring group when I'm done with this. So you can get this page. It'll probably be on my it'll be on my website too, but my website is just, we just have to send good juju to my website. Will everyone please like send good positive thoughts to my website? I've already sent Reiki energy to my website and you know, said a prayer. So I'm trying not to let it bother me. Hopefully it'll just get resolved. They tell me that it will, so I'm just going to have confidence that everything will be okay. Somebody made a comment, Maybe you didn't pay the bill. I did pay the bill. That's not the problem. I wish that was the problem. If that was the problem, then I would be in better shape. But that is not the problem. It's bigger than that. So, and some people can get on my website. Like Bonnie Miller, you were able to get on my website, right? But then, and I can get on my website. And I can get on my website from my phone. So I don't know. I mean, if you want to go try AnneManera.com, go give it a look. See if you can get on the website. It's always good to have new visitors. I'm just going to keep spinning this, or pivoting it, as they say. You know what would be cool? A coloring book that had all crazy sayings that were from different TV shows. Like if there was a coloring page that's... I wonder if you could do that. I wonder if that's like copyrighted or anything. Could be a coloring... The book is a PDF, Lynn. The book is actually I have an Etsy shop that I've kind of ignored, but when the whole thing happened with my website over the weekend, I said, you know what? I'm going to add some stuff to my Etsy shop. And my Etsy shop actually is going to have a lot of paintings in it. So I'm going to be adding stuff to that Etsy shop as for paintings. But it is on... Thank you, Melody. I appreciate it. The PDF, Lynn, is actually in my Etsy shop right now. I'm gonna give you a link. I'm gonna pop the link here. Okay, what other color should I use? Tell me another color. Green? Should I use green? Is there like a... I wonder what this looks like. I'm gonna test this one out. All right, here's the other thing. It does go through. Look at that. But you know what? That actually looks kind of cool. This one is called Green Yellow. These remind me of Beryl Prismacolor markers from back in the day when I was in art school, and they were $1, maybe they were $2 or something, a couple of bucks for each marker. And every time I would go to the art supply store, way back in the day, I would buy one marker because I couldn't afford to buy the whole set. So I would just buy one at a time. And I would stand there and look at the spinning rack of the Beryl Prismacolor markers and oogle them and ogle them and test them on my hand and see what color I was going to buy. And that was so long ago. It was when the art supply store, instead of having a credit card, you had this little cardboard cutout of a card. You can get on my website. Yay, Julie. See if you can download a free page, Julie. See, things must be getting better. Melody, you know what? Try, you had to type in the website name to get in. Try, if you have already gone to my website, try typing it in like Bonnie said. Because maybe it's stuck in the history of the computer. So try it that way. Boy, when that website's up and running, I'm offering a coupon. We're going to have a sale. I'm going to have a huge sale on that day when it's up. Remember one time I had done a 70% off sale. Do you remember I did that? I did a, hey, oh, thank God. Maybe I should have a keep trying sale and do like 70% off this weekend. I'm going to wait until it hits. But I'm going to do a sale. We could do 70% off all PDF coloring books for like one day. Wouldn't that be crazy? It worked from your phone. Yay! See, it's working. I guess it's working. That's because we're all sending positive vibes. It's like if everybody on the whole planet just thought of a happy thought all at one time. Imagine what would happen to the world. I'm not sure I like the noise this is making. But look at the colors. I love this color, actually. Isn't this pretty? Lynn said to put purple. Where should I put purple? Maybe I could put purple on the outer portion there. This little thing right there. I guess once I got used to the actual marker in my hand, it made it easier to color. You know what I mean? Yay, website works. I said a prayer to be working and up and running. I know, isn't it crazy? Purple. Let's do purple. Purple, as they say, right? The little kids say. Purple. This is violet. Violet. I'm just going to do dots like this. This book, to me, looks like kind of a pop art style. What do you guys think? This style page. We learned about pop art a little bit, right? We didn't really take a look at Roy Lichtenstein, but we will be taking a look at him in the next Color Along book because we're going to be using looking at some pop art. We're also going to be taking a look at folk art in the next Color Along book. We're going to be looking at Impressionism again because we love it. We've got a lot to cover in the next Color Along coloring book. Okay, so let's see. As I wind down this Color Along today and finish these little purple dots, giving it kind of like the calico look to it. The next Color Along, you love the way they smell, Jamie? It's like, it sounds like marker running out of ink. It's not though, isn't it weird? All right. Oh, did it work, Abby? See? Awesome. You know, I have this thing on my website that kind of monitors the status of it to say whether or not my website was down, and it sends me a message if it is. It'll say something like, your website has been down for X amount of minutes. And the weirdest part through all of this is that thing has never sent me anything. So, I don't know. Maybe it's like, maybe we've slipped into a parallel universe. What do you think? You know, maybe we're in that parallel universe where the horse and buggy is riding down the street next to my car. I don't know if that's happening. Could that be happening? I'm not really sure. All right, my friends, let's wrap up. We're going to, I don't know what I'm doing for the rest of the day. Probably going out to buy food and cooking. Feels like that's all I ever do. I don't know. Melody, I still need to make my cabbage. I have not made cabbage yet. I was going to make cabbage the other day. I did not, Melody, because I did not want my whole house to smell like cabbage because it was kind of a rainy day. But maybe I'll attempt it today. Not sure. Thinking about doing a cookbook. I mean, I am thinking about it, Melody, about putting together a cookbook of my own recipes. And I think I just need to type is what I need to do. All right, so we'll be back on Monday for another live color along. But in the meantime, hope you can join me on Saturday at 10 a.m. for Draw Live, where I'll be drawing a coloring page here live on Facebook. That'll be part of a new book. I have no idea what I'm going to draw, so I have no idea what kind of book it'll be. That's a really good video to watch and to take a look at because it's where coloring books are born. Am I selling the, Belly says, are you selling the Coloring Camp book or only on Amazon? The Coloring Camp book is on my website too. Also, it should be on my website. Yeah, I think I'm going to make I think I'm going to do a cookbook, Melody. I don't know if I should cook every single thing, though, and take a picture of it. That would be a lot of work. I don't know. Hey, you're welcome, Jamie. Is the camp book on? I think it is. The camp book should be on my website. There's a PDF on my website, but I think that... Let's check to see my memory here before I leave you guys, and I'll just give you the link. I will tell you this, though. This is probably going to be the last week for the camp hard copy book to be on my website because after that, I think it's just going to take too long. I think it's just going to take too long for it to get to you if you order it on my website. So I would say that by, what is today? Yeah, I would say by Friday, it should be the last day to order that book on my website. Because if not, it's just not going to get to you by camp. Yeah, the hard copy book's on my website, Melody. You can order the hard copy or you can order the PDF. The camp book is, thanks, Julie. You can order, I found the link. You can order the camp book on my website as a PDF or a hard copy, or you can get the book on Amazon and it'll get to you quicker, you know. Dawn is going to a cat book with full body, not angels. I'm going to try Bonnie, but I'm really having a hard time drawing a cat. But I'll try. Dawn is going to finish some pet portrait on glass. Dawn does such great work with her pet portraits, let me tell you. Okay, my friends. Hey, have a great day, everyone, and enjoy the day. I will see everyone on Saturday for Draw Live. Thanks for watching today, you guys. Have a great day.